Nature usually gets its way, especially when you bring a living part of the tree indoors. In this video I'm going to show you how I tackled the ultimate challenge of preventing a short log end from going its own way and splitting. And my hunch is that epoxy resin is the only way to do it. My experiment came about because my neighbour wanted me to wave my magic wand on some offcuts of wood he had.
Hi, I'm Vernon. I've had these poplar trunks and branches cut down to discs, which I want to use for my son's wedding as table centerpieces. Having had the pieces cut, Jeremy, what I want to know is how can I keep the wood in a good condition so that the bark doesn't split off and the wood looks good at the end of it?
Well, stopping the bark falling off is going to be a major challenge. And I have a feeling that getting the log end to look really nice is going to take a lot of time, especially as several layers of epoxy resin will need to be brushed on, and this will involve a few of my fantastic workshop machines such as my old faithful radial arm saw in order to level the wood so it's parallel, and then I have to repeatedly sand it in between coats. So the objective is to totally seal the log end. Now, of course, there are lots of remedies for sealing end grain with waxes and oils and for filling splits, but my challenge is to prevent the splits occurring in the first place. So importantly, I worked on this challenge during a cold and damp January, and I kept my sample piece of wood in an outside workshop, in other words, to maintain an equilibrium. Bear in mind the moisture content of a living tree is over 60%, and domestic furniture in a centrally heated house needs to be around 10%, so there's a huge difference. Left to its own devices as the log dries out, a variety of shakes, checks and splits can occur. I've tried in the past to totally seal wood with polyurethane varnish and also yacht varnish, but it's only about 40% impervious. Now, epoxy resin is claimed to be 100% impervious, but then some species of timber repel it. So my main challenge was to lock the moisture in the wood, but by so doing, would the epoxy resin just not cure at all? Well, decades ago I damp-proofed my basement with an epoxy emulsion that bonded better to the already saturated stonework. So that was my hunch that it would work. Well, I've spent some time allowing the coats of epoxy resin to fully cure and then leveling the wood again very carefully through the sander. Now, the sanding grit of my sander is coarse, so I've had to finish off by hand, working through the grades to remove scratches. And then coat again with the epoxy resin. Finally, I took the log indoors and applied a couple of coats of gloss polyurethane varnish. This is because the varnish is more fluid than epoxy resin, and I can improve the final finish. Well, I guess it's a piece of art in its own sake, and I'm not going to turn this into a clock design. But time will tell whether my experiment to stop nature going its way has paid off. But what I do know is my neighbour has a busy time ahead, using various power tools to prepare his sliced sections ready for coating. I'm hoping to use offcuts of logs like this on my CNC machine in future videos, by setting it up and surface skimming and perhaps depicting the annual rings, a kind of fusion of technology with nature. But I've got to build my CNC machine first. Well, if you like what I get up to on my channel, please do subscribe. and maybe comment on what you think the wood is, because it's not poplar. I said poplar, not popular. Well, thanks for watching.